Giving a voice to Alabama outdoorsmen. This is Listen to the Eagle, the radio home for Alabama's hunters and fishermen. To be a part of the show, call toll-free at 844-EAGLE-99. That's 844-324-5399. And now, giving a voice to Alabama outdoorsman, Bert Carruth.
All right, welcome to Listen to the Eagle. That's right, Mississippi and Alabama finally have a voice across both states. Hunting, fishing, God, family, and country. Bert Carruth coming to you from the Reed's Metal Studio. For all your metal roofing and metal building needs, go to reedsmetal.com. And also, we got the co-host of Listen to the Eagle, the legend, Paul Ott. Hello, Paul Ott.
Well, the things you hear off the air. I just heard somebody say the legend was Junior in Alabama. Did I understand that right? Who's the legend, me or Paul Jr. now?
Paul Ott, we have Alabama game warden Kerry Bradford in studio, and he heard the name Paul Ott. He goes, that guy's a legend. I got to talk to him. But he wasn't talking about hunting and fishing. No. He's talking about football. I said, this is senior, not junior.
Had a little Alabama football on my mind.
That's me. I play tennis. I keep a net between me and the next fellow where I don't get hit. I don't play football.
I don't blame you. Those guys are big.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's coming on. Hunting season and football season. You know, a lot of hunters get up in the stand and hunt with the earphones and listen to the football. But, you know, they kind of come in together.
Paul, we got a bad connection with you, so we're going to call you right back. Kerry, Paul Ott brought up a good point. It's kind of like what you and I said right before we started the show. Football, opening weekend, and dove season, one and the same. Everybody usually plans a big Friday night high school and gets the radios and the TVs ready for a big dove hunt, and then college football starts. They usually go hand in hand on that first Saturday.
Yes, what a great tradition. You know, we got high school football on Friday night. Get out there, watch your favorite team.
Yes, sir.
And then a lot of sleepless nights for these dove hunters because you know, they've waited a long time to get out there and fire some shots at some birds, but it's more about the fellowship, to get out there and eat good and enjoy the great outdoors and try to take a few birds.
Now, I know a bunch of people are riding around and listening. Now, what the diehard dove hunter and diehard college football fan that has to do both. So we do the Friday night high school, no problem.
That's right.
We go ahead and bite the bullet. We miss that opening Saturday, and we go to college football.
Yeah.
But guess what? That Monday, we're off.
That's right.
It's on. And that's the big dove hunt.
And you actually can start shooting it at sunrise every day except for opening day. Opening day, you have to start at 12 o'clock.
Wait. And that's the Saturday.
You wait till just after your belly's full. Get out there, shoot some birds. But on that Monday, if you choose to do so, you can be out there at sunrise.
A lot of big hunts across both states on that Monday. I know big-time people plan it, you know. And, again, that way you can kind of coordinate and work in that college football on Saturday opening day and then have the big hunt on Monday.
That's exactly right.
Now, you mentioned, and Paul Ott, you may want to talk about this as well or chime in, but Kerry, you and I talked about you want to make sure all our listeners understand about teal season coming up and kind of, you know, I'm not up to date on this teal season. Tell me a little bit about how cool that is, because you mentioned shorts and lawn chair.
That's right. The typical gear for a teal hunter in the state of Alabama is a lawn chair sitting in the edge of the pond or in the duck blind, wearing some shorts and shooting these birds because they come in very early in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a quick shoot. They migrate earlier than most waterfowl. They actually will come down in September, where most of your ducks come through around November, December, January.
Right.
So that's the reason we have that early teal season, is to take advantage of that early migration. And it's a lot of fun. Those things, as you mentioned,
they're like little MiGs.
They're
coming
fast
in.
movers. They're high speed, low drag, and just a fun bird to shoot. Very, very good tasting, easy on the palate.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of fun. The only thing that we encourage people is to get out there and make sure that you have all of your license, all of your hip stamps, that you have your state duck stamps, that you have all of those kind of things. And everybody's license, just want to remind folks that your license, hunting or fishing, If you have to have it, it expires August the 31st.
Let's say that again.
August the 31st.
You got to reboot.
You got to redo it. You got to get on there. Unless you have a lifetime or you're 65 or older or under 16, you need to get out there and get your hunting license September 1st.
Paul, through the years, we've never really talked much about that early teal season. I know, as I've made very clear, really got the passion for duck hunting over the last 5 years. And, of course, we see the teal just in regular duck season.
Right.
But, Paul, have you ever really done any just teal hunting?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I know it's tape delayed, but we're showing the teal season and great teal with the little dogs going out and getting them right now on television statewide as we speak, Bert. And yeah, I never did. It's almost like shooting doves. They come in so fast and furious. But I will say one thing different, Mississippi and Alabama. We forego the football season on Saturday and do dove hunting and get with the football the next Saturday. That's how big hunting doves is over here. But I'm sure over there, what we have to warn people of two things. And I don't have my law enforcement officer, but in the future, Bert, we will put Lane Ball on with your
we'll
guy.
have Lane and Kerry. It'll be great. Yeah.
So we can get those laws because we got to have that hunter safety course. I don't know about Alabama, but if at a certain age, you got to have that hunter safety course. Now, I don't know about if you do in Alabama or not. Do you have to have that hunter safety permit to get in there at age 16 or 15?
Well, you're supposed to, but there's a way that we've made a condition or a concession that if a person is 16 years old and they have to have that hunting license, they can get that hunting license without the hunter safety card, but on their license it will say supervised only. And what that means is they have to be within 30 feet of an adult that has the certification and under their voice command. And sometimes dove season is very social, just like duck hunting, sitting in the blind together. So it wouldn't be unheard of to have a uncertified hunter sitting with an adult and sitting on the same bucket or under the same shade tree and shooting birds. So they can go hunting without having that. We encourage them to have the hunter's safety certification, but they can go without it.
Hey, real quick on the same lines. Go ahead, Paul. I'm sorry, I was changing
I was just going to say you can get the hunter safety in Mississippi for those listening. I don't know about Alabama. Online on the website, you can go ahead and get it, and it's offered, in places around the state, but also online too. But one of the really warnings we have to have, I'm sure you do, is to be sure about your field it's not baited, because there's no excuse if you go in a field and it's baited and you didn't know it on a public hunt.
That's exactly right. And it's the same here in Alabama. We at our website, outdooralabama.com, they can go on there and follow the link and do the entire course online. We also have traditional courses set up in each county that they can come and participate. It's usually a 2 nights, a full 8-hour course that they can come to. But back to your comment on the dove field.
Yeah,
make
the baiting,
sure, it's every person's obligation to know before you go what is legal and what is not legal.
Well, let's go to break. I want to talk about some of those. Okay. Let's clarify some of that. Because it's right around the corner.
That's right.
So let's do that. Real quick before we go to break, I don't know if you know the answer to this. How old do you have to be to have your boating certificate and slip?
Okay.
To ride a Sea-Doo?
To ride it, you can be any age, but to drive it, you have to be 12 years of age.
12 years.
And that is considered the learner's permit. When they hit 14, they can have the boating license and they can drive it all by themselves.
But they can be approved and have a certificate at 12 and be okay to drive.
They can have it.
With an adult.
It's basically a learner's permit.
There you go. Okay, cool. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Got a lot more knowledge for you coming on the second segment of Listen to the Eagle. We'll be right back.
To be a part of the show, call toll-free at 844-EAGLE-99. That's 844-324-5399. This is Listen to the Eagle.
Coming to Trustful in the fall of 2015, Sheepdog Firearms Indoor Training Facility, located 1 minute off of Interstate I-59 and Deerfoot Parkway. Sheepdog will feature 24 indoor firing lanes, a 4,000 square foot gun sale showroom manned by a friendly and courteous staff, and at Sheepdog Firearms you can keep your expanded brass. Like us on Facebook or visit our website at sheepdog-firearms.com. Come join the pack at Sheepdog Firearms Training Center, Trustful.
Hello, I'm Paul Ott. You know, when you're enjoying the great outdoors, you're probably not thinking about the power in your home. But South Mississippi Electric and its 11 electric cooperatives are working hard to keep our air and water clean. After all, enjoying the outdoors is how many of us in Mississippi recharge. See how South Mississippi Electric and its electric cooperatives are protecting the environment while keeping your power costs low at myelectriccooperative.com.
Need an app or a new website? Cross Digital has you covered. Cross Digital is a full-service multimedia company focused on you. We build custom apps and websites designed to engage your customers. We also produce corporate videos such as live webinars, YouTube explainer videos, and podcasts in our state-of-the-art studio. When you need to stand out, Cross Digital makes it happen. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
Mississippi Sportsman Magazine is the place you need to be looking if you're an outdoorsman, searching for stories that you can use to enjoy about hunting and fishing in the great state of Mississippi. After a great read like Mississippi Sportsman, you feel like you've just been informed of all the very latest of all the colorful tales from the woods and the waters in our great state. But it's like your grandpa told you the story. Man, wouldn't that be great? Pick up your copy of the Mississippi Sportsman today. For more information about us, log on to www.mssportsman.com.
Whether you have a convenience store, restaurant, truck stop, quick lube, or you're remodeling an existing location, Old Equipment Company can handle the project quickly and efficiently. Old Equipment Company not only specializes in the design and construction of convenience stores, they also have a full line of inventory for most of your petroleum needs. Old Equipment Company and their parts department want the opportunity to earn your business. Visit them online at oecparts.net. That's oecparts.net. Old Equipment Company.
Some insurance companies spend millions on commercials just to make you laugh. It's great fun, but is that really what you want your premium to pay for? Would you rather that it go towards, say, auto coverage that provides real protection? If so, Farm Bureau Insurance is right there with your claim check right when you need it, because your bottom line is more important to us than a punchline. Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
Mississippi Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. Discounts may vary and do not apply to life insurance products.
Need an app or a new website? Cross Digital has you covered. Cross Digital is a full-service multimedia company focused on you. We build custom apps and websites designed to engage your customers. We also produce corporate videos such as live webinars, YouTube explainer videos, and podcasts in our state-of-the-art studio. When you need to stand out, Cross Digital makes it happen. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
Coming to Trussville in the fall of 2015, Sheepdog Firearms Indoor Training Facility, located 1 minute off of Interstate 59 on the Deerfoot Parkway exit. Sheepdog will feature 24 indoor firing lanes, a 4,000 square foot gun sales showroom manned by a friendly and courteous staff. Like us on Facebook or visit our website at sheepdog-firearms.com. Come join the pack at Sheepdog Firearms Training Center, Trussville.
Welcome back. Listen to the Eagle. Alabama, Mississippi's hunters and fishermen have a voice across this great twin states. Bert Caruth alongside Paul Ott, coming to you from the Reed's Metal Studio right here in Trussville, Alabama. Paul Ott, we were talking to Kerry Bradford, Alabama's game warden, before we went to break. A couple of things I know we want to clarify real quick about the baiting and what you look for the dove fields. But before we do, I asked you a question. The reason I asked, I was fortunate enough to be at the lake this past weekend and had a lot of boating questions. And you made it clear that you could be 12 if you pass the test, but that's like a learner's permit. An adult has to be on the vessel with you.
That's correct.
That is correct. But at 14...
At 14, they can have a license and go.
Okay, one other question. I'm an adult. I've passed the boating. I've got the certificate, but I've not gone down to the courthouse to get it transferred onto my driver's license.
That's exactly.
I'm driving it, but I've got both. What's the deal?
That's right. The law requires that it be added to your car driver's license, your that license, and it will be an endorsement. It'll be a V.
Right.
So for it to be, I guess, completely legal, it has to be on that car driver's license. Even though you have the certificate, you've passed the class, it still has to be added to your.
So I'm truly technically not in compliance if I just have that certificate.
That's exactly
it's not
right.
on my
Technically,
license.
you're not in compliance, and that kind of puts the officer, the state
Kind of judgment
the
call.
state trooper, water patrol. It puts him in a position to make a judgment call.
Yeah.
And it's up to his discretion whether he issues a citation for that or not.
Okay. Paulette, I think what Kerry's going to tell us kind of goes hand in hand for Alabama and Mississippi, but of course we invite all our Mississippi listeners to double check, and we'll get Lane Ball to verify. But real quick, dove hunting's right around the corner.
That's correct.
Talk to us about our fields.
Your dove fields, basically, to prepare your dove fields, it has to be a bona fide agricultural practice, an accepted bona fide agricultural practice. And who sets that for Alabama? It's the Cooperative Extension Office, Alabama Cooperative Extension Office. I believe we have a link on your website that will take them to our departments, and then there's another link on there that they can go. But top sowing wheat is a bona fide agricultural practice, and they've changed it to where now that you can hunt over your food plot. Say you're going out for food plot preparation, you're going to top sow wheat. You can top sow wheat, but corn,
leave it there.
And leave it there and shoot over it.
But corn's a no-no.
And corn is top sowing corn is not a bona fide agriculture. Yeah. Top sowing sunflower seeds is not a bona fide agricultural practice. Millet's not top sown. All these things have to be planted prior, grown, and then shoot your birds over them. Except for wheat. Wheat can be top sown.
Visiting with Kerry Bradford, game warden, Alabama, right here on Listen to the Eagle. Always remember, you can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at Eagle Alabama. That's at Eagle Alabama. And I always invite you to go to listentotheeagle.com. You can go on the archives. You can watch any video or missed TV or radio segment that maybe you heard about that you missed, or that you just want to get a little more information and watch it again. Always go to listentotheeagle.com. Want you to be a part of the show, 1-844-EAGLE-99. That's 1-844-324-5399. I'll get you in here with Bert, Caruth, and Paulette. Matter of fact, let's go to the KeithWhiteFord.com phone lines right now. We've got Mr. Jason Hammond on the Keith White Ford phone line. Jason Hammond, welcome to Listen to the Eagle.
Hey, Bert. Hey, glad to be on.
Man, thank you so much. Jason, I saw on Facebook, I can't thank you for calling in. You got yourself a big, bad bass this past weekend, did you not?
Yeah, hey, it was a good day Saturday morning. Woke up early and went out to a private lake in the back of the neighborhood I live in, and we'd heard they'd caught some good bass in there, so I took my son out. We took the fishing kayak out, got him in it a little bit, and really right toward the end, hooked into the big hog that I showed online. I think that it definitely 10 plus. Didn't have a scale with me, very unprepared there, but had a chance to measure it, and what a good catch.
Jason, hold that thought. We got a bad connection. I'm going to get them to call. I'm going to get our producer to call you right back, because this is a great story. Paulette, Jason took his son out to kind of teach him how to fish out of a kayak, and they were in Carrington Lake right outside of Trussville, Alabama. And he'll continue sharing the story, but it's a really cool story. But the coolest part of the whole deal is that he actually was taking a youth out and introducing him.
Well, Bert, and that's what I'm sure Alabama, Mississippi. I was just going to mention about the dove hunt. Mississippi, I don't know, Kerry, about Alabama, but we have a youth dove hunt. And it's great, and I don't know if sometimes it starts a little earlier. I think the feds allow it. But also in Mississippi, we have a private land dove hunting where the private landowner works with the Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks of Mississippi, and you can pay a permit fee and come in, and it just provides more hunting for dove hunting by having that farmer. And Bert, we did that with our farm one year. I don't know if you remember, but the youth is the key to it, of getting them out there.
That's correct.
Yep.
Alabama has the same program. Basically, what it is, it's a cost share type of a situation where the landowner offers up the land and the equipment, and then the state typically will provide the seed for the landowner if he opens his property up
to the youth.
For the youth,
yeah, that's cool.
And back in the day, people used to call our district office and register for those hunts. Now everything is online, so go to outdooralabama.com.
Yeah,
and look for those links on there for the youth hunt. It does start the weekend prior.
Cool. Well, let's go back to the KeithWhiteFord.com phone lines. We got Jason back on. Jason, please continue. It's an awesome story. I was sharing right before we had to let you go that the coolest thing about this is not the estimated 12-pound bass. It was the fact that you were taking your son and the youth out to fish.
Yeah, no, we did. We woke up early, and I tell you, it was one of those mornings where I wanted to sleep in, and I sat there in the bed and contemplated even waking my son Caleb up. So I did, and we went out and took the kayak out, the fishing kayak, and it was the first time that Caleb he wanted to try the fishing kayak. So I told him I'd take him out, and it was a great morning.
Well, I tell you, we're and for those of you that are riding around listening on radio, I really invite you to go to listentotheeagle.com because we've got these pictures and a little video of this bass. Good night, Jason. Tell us about it and how that did the fun of bringing this bad boy in.
Yeah, hey, we had been out for about an hour, and that my plan was to really kind of go out for about an hour and get back. I had a lot of things to do around the house, so. We'd been there. We'd both been out in the fishing kayak, and we're really wrapping it up. I think I'd asked my son probably 3 casts before I caught this fish if he was ready to go. And he said, "Dad, please, let's stay and do a few more casts." So about 2 casts after that, I hooked into this bad boy, and it was fun. It was the biggest fish I've caught. I probably estimate right at 10 plus based on the measurements that I took, but. Yeah, it was one of those that was stripping the drag out, and I think the biggest bass I've caught was 5.5, and that was back when I was about 13 years old. So it was quite a treat, and it was a better treat to have my son there with me.
Yes,
he got to experience the whole thing and hold it, and it was good. So
I've got a question for you there, Jason. This is Kerry Bradford, the game warden.
Yeah, hey, Kerry.
Man, good to hear from you. Congratulations on that. I think we went to church together there.
Yeah.
Hey, we did hear from you.
Did that thing tow you around in the kayak, and how fun was that?
Well, hey, we had already parked the kayak.
Oh, wow.
I mean, like I said, we were ready to go. I was standing on the bank and saw a little pocket that I just knew a big bass was probably hanging out in this little pocket of water, and probably made about 12, 13 casts before I got a bite.
Hey, Jason, we got 30 seconds for a hard break, but share with us real quick, what'd you catch it with?
Yeah, so I was using I'm glad to tell. I was using a Zoom 10-inch worm. The color is California, and my dad turned me on to these big, huge worms. We went fishing back at the end of May in Gunnersville and caught 35 bass on those worms. So
that's
definitely
awesome.
Go buy you a pack of Zoom 10-inchers.
Thank you, Jason, for being on Listen to the Eagle. Great story. Y'all don't go anywhere. We got another whole half of Listen to the Eagle.
Is the manufacturer for metal roofing, pole barns, pre-engineered steel buildings, and the new galvanized Econo buildings. See them all online at reedsmetals.com. Reeds Metals uses American steel products, welded by certified welders, customizing each building to meet your needs, manufacturing and delivering your project within 21 days of your order. They use truck-mounted lifts to unload the delivery off the truck, saving you time and money. Learn more about products and services online at reedsmetals.com.
Coming to Trussville in the fall of 2015, Sheepdog Firearms Indoor Training Facility, located 1 minute off of Interstate 59 on the Deerfoot Parkway exit. Sheepdog will feature 24 indoor firing lanes, a 4,000 square foot gun sales showroom manned by a friendly and courteous staff. Like us on Facebook or visit our website at sheepdog-firearms.com. Come join the pack at Sheepdog Firearms Training Center, Trussville.
Need an app or a new website? Cross Digital has you covered. Cross Digital is a full-service multimedia company focused on you. We build custom apps and websites designed to engage your customers. We also produce corporate videos such as live webinars, YouTube explainer videos, and podcasts in our state-of-the-art studio. When you need to stand out, Cross Digital makes it happen. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
I'm 1 in 1,000, making a difference.
I'm 1 in 1,000, keeping families together.
And I'm 1 in 1,000, driving for the Ronald McDonald House. Research proves that togetherness heals, and through your pre-commitment to the Ronald McDonald House specialty license plate, we can ensure that miracles keep happening together. Find out more on how you can become one of the first 1,000 people to make a difference and get your new car tag for free. Visit rmhca.org/car tag today.
Want to stand out above your competition? Cross Digital can make it happen. Produce your next webinar live in our state-of-the-art studio or serve your customers with new YouTube explainer videos and podcasts. Cross Digital also delivers custom apps and websites for businesses of all sizes, as well as digital marketing and social media solutions. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
Coming to Trussville in the fall of 2015, Sheepdog Firearms Indoor Training Facility, located 1 minute off of Interstate 59 on the Deerfoot Parkway exit. Sheepdog will feature 24 indoor firing lanes, a 4,000 square foot gun sales showroom manned by a friendly and courteous staff. Like us on Facebook or visit our website at sheepdog-firearms.com. Come join the pack at Sheepdog Firearms Training Center, Trussville.
Need an app or a new website? Cross Digital has you covered. Cross Digital is a full-service multimedia company focused on you. We build custom apps and websites designed to engage your customers. We also produce corporate videos such as live webinars, YouTube explainer videos, and podcasts in our state-of-the-art studio. When you need to stand out, Cross Digital makes it happen. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
Welcome back. Listen to the Eagle, Alabama and Mississippi's voice across both twin states for hunting and fishing in God, family, and country. Bert Caruth alongside Paul Ott coming to you from the Reed's Metal Studio. For all your metal roofing and metal building needs, go to reedsmetal.com. Paul Ott, before we went to break, that was a pretty cool story by Jason Hammond and his son catching that bass, but we were also talking about dove hunting right around the corner in both states. You were sharing about the do's and don'ts of the field. Paul Ott, are you going to have a big hunt on your farm this year?
No, because, Bert, we planted oak trees through the Department of Wildlife Fisheries and Parks, trying to manage a little bit more for turkey and trying to get some quail going, and that's something I'd like to ask Kerry, is about the quail in Alabama, because it's an endangered species over here other than the pinned birds, Kerry. I don't know about Alabama, but it seems Georgia's doing okay, and Texas. What's the problem, Kerry?
Well, and this is just a lay person's opinion. The habitat changes that these birds have been subjected to over the last decade, clean farming, virtually no farming. They like that basal area, I think, of 60, 70 basal area, and, pine stands. Burning, we very rarely see any prescribed burning, which is very beneficial to quail and turkey and all wildlife. But, the habitat changes over time, I believe, have been a detriment to those quail populations, as well as, making them susceptible to predators. Any little change in the equation can take out such one of those fragile species like the bobwhite quail.
What a shame, because it's a great sport, and I grew up, we could go out there even without a dog, Kerry, and kick up quail. I wonder why the state of Georgia is doing so well in Texas. Is it a different species, you think, or they just manage the habitat?
Well, I'm not really sure what they're doing, but they may have more aggressive stance as far as their management. They may protect more habitat that allows the propagation, of the coveys and things of that nature. But I would have to say that generally speaking, if everything is the same across the board, then obviously the group that protects the habitat is going to have the birds.
Well, speaking of dove hunting, Bert, now I don't know about Alabama if you have them come in, but we have these Mexican doves that come in, and it seems to be no limit on shooting those. Do y'all have such a thing as those birds coming from out of state that's a different species that you can shoot as many as you want to?
Well, we
kind
don't
of look like a pigeon.
Kind of like a pigeon. Well, I think a lot of people call them. What we have is I think a ringneck. Some people call it ringneck.
Redneck. That's
redneck.
You're talking to a redneck.
Right. But there are. You get down into the southern parts of Alabama, and you go from the mourning dove to a ground dove, and they're different species. So you have to be careful when you're out there, shooting birds.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit while we're on the dove season right around the corner. I know we talked about the field as far as baiting. Let's talk about some legal things. If you're out there, you got a big dove hunt, lots of people, everybody loves that. It's fun. It's a good social event. What are some rules, though, that we need to follow out there as far as distances between shooters and things like that? Is there?
Well, we like to encourage people to think safety first, because it is a very exciting time. It's very social, and they can get distracted. But safety first. Keep a good distance. At least 100 yards. We don't really have a rule of thumb, but the further away the better. A couple hunters to a couple of acres. Just keep a good spread distance. Don't shoot any low birds. Don't rain down or pepper. The folks across the field. Those kind of things. Those are just good rules of thumb.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Paul,
well, you gotta have a plug gun, don't you, Kerry, over there? 3 shots.
Well, you do. You have to have anything that's migratory. You have to have a HIP stamp here in Alabama, which is a harvest information program, and that's free of charge. You have to have the HIP stamp, and then you also have to have a plug gun, unless, of course, it's a over and under or side by side. But anything that has a magazine will have to have a plug, so that a maximum of 3 shells. Anything more than 3, and you get one of those certificate achievements that we talk about issuing. And then the other thing is, you have to be at least, in the state of Alabama, you have to be at least 100 yards away from a residence. You have to be 100 yards away from a residence, and you can't pepper. We have on occasion we have complaints come in where dove shooters may be raining their pellets down and hitting a building, and that's obviously against the law.
What's considered
do the feds help y'all? Do the feds help y'all enforce that over there, as well as the state officials?
We do. We have a couple of federal agents that will come out and work, special occasions with us, and we'll combine counties. I'll go over and help the guys in Tuscaloosa County, those game wardens down there, and if I don't have something going on in my county, then we'll go help guys that may have a big field that 1 or 2 officers is just not adequate coverage. And but we have the Fish and Wildlife Service agents that will come in and help.
What's considered a legal plug? Is this?
If you can break it, if the game warden shoves. Now that would work, because most of the time that pencil is not going to break.
I just broke a pencil. For all you in radio fans, I broke a pencil and I want to use it as a plug.
But you're stronger than the average person.
Yeah. yeah. But no, all right, so I put that in there, and it's got me where I can only do 3 shells. Is that okay?
That's legal. A lot of people will go and just grab a limb off of, I can remember grabbing a limb off a tree, taking my pocket knife and cutting it down and putting it in there, and now I can only get 1 in. And then
Kerry, I remember giving Bert and Paul a single 410. They couldn't keep it once.
That's right.
One time.
I love that 410.
That definitely keeps them under the 3 maximum limit.
Makes them a good shot.
Yes, sir. You got to hit what you're aiming at. I believe the average is about 3 birds per box, and that may be stretching it.
Oh wow!
Yes, that's right. So.
Yeah.
And that's dark meat. Kerry, you realize a lot of people don't realize dove is dark meat, ducks, migratory birds, and quail and turkey is white meat, and it's because they don't fly as much as what I understand.
That's exactly right. Any bird that flies long distance is going to have that dark breast meat, because that breast muscle is what actuates the wings. And that's because of the number of mitochondria. I don't even want to get into that, but the number of that in the muscle cell, so that they can get that energy to fly those long distances, is going to be where the red meat is. If you look on a turkey, they have dark legs because they do most of their traveling with their legs. And that's where they have more mitochondria.
Sounds to me like you got a biologist. You got a Randall Mill over there. You better have him every week, Bert.
Hey, Paulette, Kerry Bradford is the bomb. He is the man. We love having him when we can reach. He's told us we can reach to him by phone. Our listeners need to know that too. You have a question, email us or you call. We can get to Kerry and get the answer, but we love having him in studio, Paulette.
I enjoy being here. It's a blast, and get to talk with you guys and these hunters and fishermen just like Jason. What a great success story there.
It is.
Do we have that reciprocal agreement with Mississippi, Alabama, like Mississippi and Louisiana has, Kerry?
We do have some reciprocal agreements. In fact, I was about to get tongue-tied right there.
Yeah.
We do have some reciprocal agreements. We do have some agreements over there, especially on our waterways. On our waterways on the borders, like over around, I believe it's, there's some places over on the Tennessee River up north that border Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. Also over in, I believe it's Pickens County, over on the Tom Bigby, over in that area, where you can literally be on Alabama water 1 minute, and then you're over into to Mississippi the next minute.
Yeah.
So those reciprocal agreements typically are for fishing, not necessarily hunting.
Well, there's a lot of borderlines on that hunting down, especially around when you get around that West Alabama, East Mississippi line.
That's right.
Well, and that brings
discipline.
in. But I don't know if we have time for the subject of out-of-state license, but that's a real tricky thing, what y'all charge, what Mississippi charge, what Louisiana charges, and if it's the same, and y'all try to agree on those prices out-of-state fishing and hunting, Kerry.
Well, let's do this, Paul. Yeah. Let's take a break. Let's go to break. I would like to talk about that, if you don't mind. Let's talk about that on the other side, because I think that is a very interesting topic for our listeners from both states, because we are twin states, and I can't tell you the amount of people that I talk to here in Alabama that go to Mississippi to hunt, and vice versa.
Right.
Mississippi hunters love coming to Alabama to hunt. So let's talk about that. But y'all don't go anywhere. We're going to come back for the final drive of the final segment of Listen to the Eagle. We'll be right back.
Eagle need an app or a new website? Cross Digital has you covered. Cross Digital is a full-service multimedia company focused on you. We build custom apps and website design to engage your customers. We also produce corporate videos such as live webinars, YouTube explainer videos, and podcasts in our state-of-the-art studio. When you need to stand out, Cross Digital makes it happen. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
Once again, it's time for
Summer Road Trip Tips.
Brought to you by the Mississippi Department of Transportation.
When you're on the road this summer, or any time for that matter, please be on your best behavior. That means no distracted driving, and that's not just texting. It's using your cell phone, eating, drinking, talking to passengers, anything that takes your eyes off the road. Be sure to buckle up. It's an old saying, but really, buckle up. No drinking and driving either. If you're going to drink, hand over the keys to a designated driver. And finally, share the road. Remember, you're not the only one on the road. And watch out for pedestrians, bicyclists, motorcyclists, children, and animals. Most of all, be safe and have fun this summer. For more summer travel tips, go to m.traffic.com.
MDOT.com.
Hey, Alabama hunters, are you like me and find yourself wanting to do work around your camp, but you just don't know when, how, or where to rent the equipment to do it? I've got the answer for you. Rental Works. Rental Works has excavators, generators, concrete saws, loaders, dozers, and more. Maybe you need a specialty renter like a high-capacity forklift or even a dump truck. Rental Works has you covered. Call Rental Works today, 1-877-282-LIFT. That's 1-877-282-LIFT, Rental Works.
Need an app or a new website? Cross Digital has you covered. Cross Digital is a full-service multimedia company focused on you. We build custom apps and websites designed to engage your customers. We also produce corporate videos such as live webinars, YouTube explainer videos, and podcasts in our state-of-the-art studio. When you need to stand out, Cross Digital makes it happen. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
Reed's Metals is the manufacturer for metal roofing, pole barns, pre-engineered steel buildings, and the new galvanized Econo buildings. See them all online at reedsmetals.com. Reed's Metals uses American steel products, welded by certified welders, customizing each building to meet your needs, manufacturing and delivering your project within 21 days of your order. They use truck-mounted lifts to unload the delivery off the truck, saving you time and money. Learn more about products and services online at reedsmetals.com.
Want to stand out above your competition? Cross Digital can make it happen. Produce your next webinar live in our state-of-the-art studio or serve your customers with new YouTube explainer videos and podcasts. Cross Digital also delivers custom apps and websites for businesses of all sizes, as well as digital marketing and social media solutions. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
Coming to Trussville in the fall of 2015, Sheepdog Firearms Indoor Training Facility, located 1 minute off of Interstate 59 on the Deerfoot Parkway exit. Sheepdog will feature 24 indoor firing lanes, a 4,000 square foot gun sales showroom manned by a friendly and courteous staff. Like us on Facebook or visit our website at sheepdog-firearms.com. Come join the pack at Sheepdog Firearms Training Center, Trussville.
Welcome back. Listen to the Eagle, Mississippi and Alabama's hunters and fishermen voice across the great two states. This is Bert Carruth alongside Paul Ott. This is your hunting and fishing and God, family, and country source for Mississippi and Alabama. To be a part of the show, 1-844-EAGLE-99. That's 1-844-324-5399. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Eagle Alabama. That's at Eagle Alabama. And I always invite you to go to listentotheeagle.com. Just like if you were listening to the second segment today and Jason Hammond's story of his 10 plus, it looked like a 12-pounder to me. We'll have videos on the website. There's actually we're in over 500,000 homes on Charter Cable. And that television show is archived at listentotheeagle.com. So always go to listentotheeagle.com. Check out what we got going on. Paul Ott, before we go to everybody's favorite segment of Big Red's Cooking Corner, I want to come back to Kerry. You asked the question about reciprocal agreements, Paul Ott, and then you carried on into about the out-of-state license.
That's exactly right. And we have 7-day permit over here, Kerry, and I think a 3-day permit, and it for out of state coming into Mississippi, I'm assuming from all states. And then, of course, if you own land in Mississippi and it's in your name, but you have to live on it, that's unusual. I'm trying to get that changed. If you live in Alabama and own land in Mississippi, where you would not have to do that. But I just wonder what it's like in Alabama. And you know, Bert, one of these days we're going to get law enforcement from Mississippi and Alabama, and we're going to shut up and let them have at it and see what happens.
Well, you know, Kerry brought up a good point. You know, I got my Alabama driver's license, and I can go all over the nation, and it's good.
No, are you sure about that? You mean your hunting license in Alabama works?
No, I said driving license.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't guess they need as much money as the wildlife folks do, Kerry.
That's exactly right. Fortunately, you know, these decisions are above my pay grade, and my bosses way up the chain that live and work in Montgomery are the ones that will hash these things out with the other departments, say from Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, and
Hey, Paul, not to interrupt you, Kerry, but hey, listen to the Eagle now that it's been loud and clear for 20 plus years in the great state of Mississippi. we get this blowtorch going across Alabama and Mississippi, we might just have enough leverage and voice to get to Jackson and Montgomery and get this thing handled for both states.
Well, you may, Bert, but you got to remember, y'all bleed into Georgia and Florida, and we bleed into Louisiana and Arkansas, so you're going to be bringing more in Mississippi and Alabama, actually, for this issue.
Well, just like I've been preaching for the last 6 months here in Alabama on this show, and now we can preach and keep getting everybody to understand, hey, Alabama, Mississippi hunters and fishermen, you want something done? Here's your voice.
That's right.
It's statewide in 2 states now. We're 2 states strong. Make your voice be heard. Email us, be a part of the show, and let's get what you want. Look.
Wait, Bert.
Yeah.
People is that? That's 1 million in Mississippi. How many you got over there, Kerry?
Paul, well, just in the Birmingham Metro is 1 million plus.
Yeah.
But I don't.
That's a lot of votes. That's a lot of votes.
That's and that presents just a awesome challenge and to be a game warden in the most populated county in the state of Alabama.
No doubt. Jefferson County is huge.
To drive through that traffic to go do handle these complaints is a challenge in itself. But exactly what Bert said. I'd like to reiterate that is this is a great platform for folks to call in and get involved. If they want to see change, then change doesn't happen sitting on the couch.
No.
Change happens when you take the proper avenues and get your voice heard. We've had some big changes in the state of Alabama over the last couple of years, just in extending the hunting season to February. And parts of the state that have never hunted deer in February before. We now have supplemental feeding that is permitted in the state of Alabama. We have these changes that have taken place, over the last couple of years, and if folks want to see more changes, or at least have their voice heard, they need to get involved in things like this. Listen to the Eagle.
Right here, listen to the Eagle radio and TV show.
That's the purpose of listening to Eagle in the beginning, Bert, to the voice of the sport.
Well, let's go. Hey, to go to the listeners and let's get their favorite segment before we run out of time. We got Big Red. Big Red's Cooking Corner. What's cooking this week, Big Burks Brown?
Oh, we're going to talk about a little deer meat, Bert.
Well, come on with it.
We're going to talk about deer hamburger meat today. That a lot of times there's a lot of problems with people cooking deer hamburgers on the grill. They get dried out real fast.
Burks, I hate to say this, we're having a little phone issue. We're going to call you right back and pick right back up, will you? Because I know nobody wants to meet this, and we're almost running out of time. While we're calling Burks back, Kerry, always, I can't thank you enough for coming in studio. It's always awesome, and I just thank you for what you do for not only Jefferson County but this whole state and just everything you do.
And Kerry, I'll see you at the Golden Rule one Saturday morning, maybe this Saturday morning.
Hey, that sounds like a winner. You just let me know the time and place.
Boy, breakfast on Saturday morning at the Golden Rule, you can't beat it. I don't know if we have Burks back or not. Yeah, we got Burks. All right, Burks, pick right back up. Let's go, baby.
Well, we're talking about how the deer hamburger gets so dried out when you cook it on your grill outside, and just want to give a little quick pointer that take your deer hamburger meat and put it in a mixing bowl, and put about a half a cup of ranch dressing into your hamburger meat, and of course season it up with your Taggart seasoning real well on the inside, and mix it all up with that ranch dressing, and your hamburger meat will stay moist no matter how long you cook it. If you overcook it, it's still going to be moist.
Golly.
That's a good tip.
You won't have a problem. And we're going to tell you one other quick recipe.
Yeah.
1 can of original Bush's baked beans.
Yeah.
You're going to open that can up, and you're going to put it in a strainer, and you're going to rinse those beans real good. And then you're going to put them back into a tinfoil or a tinfoil plate, and you're going to put a little bacon juice in there, bacon grease in there, and you're going to pour some ranch dressing and Taggart's and Parmesan cheese. And you're going to cook those on the grill for about an hour. And it's what you come out with. You come out with White BBQ Baked Beans.
Good, goobly goo.
Well, I'm coming. Where are you in Vicksburg? I'm coming where you are.
Burks, you had me at the ranch burger with Taggart's, and then you daggum just poured it on.
That's a home run.
Yes, sir. Those White BBQ beans are great. We made some last night, and they were absolutely delicious.
Big
You
Red.
ain't answering me, Bert. Where are you? Gulf Coast or Vicksburg?
I'm in Vicksburg, sitting on the back porch right now.
Be right on over this evening after listening
Come on.
to Eagle, Mississippi.
Big Red, opening weekend of dove season. Where you going? Where you shooting birds?
We'll be on Highway 3 at a great friend of mine, Brent Harris's farm.
I got
We have a big dove shoot up there every year, and since you got the game warden sitting down, I can tell you exactly how many we shoot every year.
Eat the evidence.
But we do stay legal.
Hey, Bert.
Hey, I do have a question for the game warden while you're sitting there.
Okay.
Can you, if you document it, or however you can document it, can you in the field? Can you bring your doves over to a grill set up in the field and cook doves in the grill on the grill legally?
You know, that's one of those questions that it's up to the discretion of the officer how he deals with that situation, because technically you have to have your birds accounted for. You can have your daily limit and then your possession limit, and it's just one of those things that I feel like most hunters are going to have a hard time hitting enough doves to go over the limit, but the ones that do, a lot of times they always seem to have a grill right there.
I'll bring the game warden up on your hunt there. Don't worry about it. I'll bring him up.
Hey, Bert, here's what I can promise you, Big Red. If you just let him taste what you're cooking, if it's a judgmental call, I believe you're going to be all right, buddy.
Well, if we kept the carcasses right there that we were cooking, I mean, that would for your numbers.
Yeah, that would be good for the numbers. Yes, sir. They just have to be able to verify that there's no more. I don't know what the limit over there is that they don't exceed 15 per shooter.
Yeah, it's 15, and you have to keep them in separate piles. Also, correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
You can't have 3 people and have 45 birds piled up in there.
Can't have that community pile. Yes, sir. That's correct.
And that's what we would do. Okay, I appreciate it.
Big Red, thank you as always.
We'll send you some video you can put on the internet.
I thought I was going to send us some hamburgers.
Hey, I tell you what.
Big Red, you listen at 6 o'clock tonight, because I'm going to be talking to you on ESPN out of Jackson at 6 tonight.
Hey.
Yes, sir. I'll be listening tonight.
Big Red, Kerry and I are about to salivate waiting on our Taggart seasoning.
It is on the way to you.
All right. Thank you, Big Red. Kerry Bradford. Thank you so much for being in studio. Thank you for all you do and all of your co-workers for the great state of Alabama's hunters and fishermen. Thank you and the department. Paul Ott, as always, thank you. And everybody, we'll be back next week. Same time, same place. This is Bert Ott Carruth and Paul Ott for Listen to the Eagle.
To the Eagle.